getting any place, then of course a guy could be at work and making money. He'd be better off. As long as you're improving the land, you're definitely accomplishing something. But if not, then you're in trouble.
You have to shop about a couple of weeks ahead of time, like get big quantities of groceries and things that you might use. You have to be ready, not little bits at a time. When are you going to get some BC Max in?
In about a week, I think.
This land is very hard in equipment. You get a tractor on there on the field bouncing around and turning into the stumps, into roots, and the first thing it breaks down on you. But there are definitely days when I'd practically sell this whole outfit for about 2 bits.
I had never any intentions to move to a farm because I was sort of fed up from a farm when I was a small girl. And, but after we came out here, to me, it really looked pretty. And I put everything behind it that I had, all interest. And of course, I never dreamt that I'd ever drive a big truck. It's exciting.
My future is to clear about, let's say, 900 to 1,000 acres, get a good set of machinery, and get it all improved, get a nice farm out of this. And I would think it would be a very nice life for me and my family to be out here. First looked at it, it looked pretty grim. It made a guy stop and think whether this was the right move or not. I guess the adventure to go out, the feeling to own something of my own, to have something for myself, a land, that in itself I think motivated me more than anything to come up here, and it's kind of a good feeling to build up something on your own. This is mine.
I think this is really it. To to bring up children and having a nice, quiet life, I think this is really the place.
Myself a farm, and I did what I could. So I got myself a farm, called my farm the muscle of my arm. But the land was sweet and good, and I did what I could. 3 years now I worked my lands, built my farm with my bare hands. But the land was sweet and good, and I did what I could. 3 long years I've worked the land, still I'm not a wealthy man. Work is hard, but life is good, and I've done what I could.
The Doell family made a bold decision. There's hard work and lean years ahead. And yet they perhaps know their country now better than any of us. They've really sort of gone back in time and shaken off the noise and clutter that's overtaking the rest of us. British Columbia's Peace River country, where the Doell settled, spills over into Alberta. In fact, the northern part of Alberta contains the largest expanse of arable land still available for cultivation and settlement in Canada. The town of Fort Vermilion is in the heart of this new land. In fact, there's been a steady flow of new settlers into that country. From the Keg River north, there are 6 million acres of potential farmland. In Saskatchewan, there's less pioneering, and what there is really confined to the northern fringe of areas now being farmed. We're told, however, that a drainage program in the northeast part of the province could bring in another 5 million acres into production. Well, there are a few pioneers in Manitoba, and the government there is not granting any more Crown land to people who want to go pioneering. The Ontario government has also stopped selling Crown land unless you can show impressive proof of farming experience. All through eastern Canada, as a matter of fact, there's a lot of land that should never have been cleared in the first place. The challenge now is to either improve this land or let the forest take it back. And so today, some of the best land available is in the Peace River district of Alberta and British Columbia, where John and Catherine Doell and their 5 children are building a new life.
Yes, there's something to sing about, tune up a string about, call out in chorus or quietly hum. Of a land that's still young, with a ballad that's still unsung, telling the promise of great things to come. From the Vancouver Island to the Alberta Highland, across the prairie, the lakes to Ontario's towers, from the sound of Mount Royal's chime out to the Maritimes, something to sing about this land of ours. I have walked across the sand on the grand banks of Newfoundland, blazed on the ridge of the Miramichi, seen the waves tear and roar at the stone coast of Labrador.
Next week on This Land of Ours, conflict on a famous salmon spawning stream of British Columbia, the Stalaco River. For the past 2 years, the river has been used for log driving, and a storm of controversy has blown up. Many people, including the Federal Department of Fisheries, claim the log drives could kill off the salmon runs. The issue has become a test of strength between provincial and federal governments, and the outcome may determine who will control salmon rivers in British Columbia.